Okay. I think we're live. You guys, Future Gaming here. Welcome back to another stream here on Twitch. Today we will be returning our F1 career mode. Today we are on F1 23, as you can see, and today we are going to embark on our journey to hopefully create one of the best teams in F1 23. Obviously that is the whole point of F1 My Team, so please do let me know if anyone is watching, if the audio levels are fine, because I can always adjust them if needed. But with that being said, well, obviously I don't know if people are watching at the moment, but yeah, we are going to set up a brand new My Team career mode. We're going to become a newcomer because I feel like we can have a decent season. We'll do a full season for the first season, and then if we want to change it, then we can always do that. For the second season and things like that. Just gonna quickly see if my assists are okay. I can actually run with no assists apart from racing line on corners only. That's pretty much the only thing that I can use. Difficulty, I'll put that up to 95 because I feel like the AI is pretty good, like in terms of not entirely OP and things like that, like in straight line speed and things like that. For the weekend structure, obviously the practice will be what it is. We've got short qualifying and a 50% race, because I just feel like that'll be pretty good. Career settings, again, all of these are on. Rules and flags, again, everything is pretty much on. I'm not going to have formation lap on because I really don't mind about that. I'll have safety car on standard, and obviously all of these will be immersive. And I do want red flags because that'll just make everything good, and we'll put it on increase because that's basically real life. So yeah, with this I think everything is fine here as well, so we'll leave that the same, and then controls and everything like that are just the same. So we'll go ahead and confirm. We'll use My Team icons and we'll start the season.
Let's create your driver.
So let's go ahead and do this. So our driver ourselves, I haven't really thought of this through, to be honest. Obviously I am British, so we're going to do that. Name, don't actually know what to name myself. Should I just name myself as Features Gaming? I think so. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, anyway. Obviously, we can choose any of these that we want, really. We've got some of these, yeah, we've got like the engineer and things like this. We'll probably go with the rookie to start off with. So we'll do that. I'll go with 95 because that's my racing number for my league as well.
And now let's focus on your driver's look.
Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. Now, I will be honest, I really enjoy this. Like the Connor Sport liveries. I don't know why, I just love the purple and the yellow kind of, do you know what I mean? It looks very nice. I do like the Smash, actually. It actually looked quite nice. I don't know, really. Obviously we could just go all Max Verstappen, probably. I'll probably go with the Smash because that actually looks quite nice. But I don't think we're going to be able to get like the same with the the same with this. I don't know if the marine things have been saved from my previous thing, because I made like a Connect livery, didn't I? Change colour. Alright, I cannot actually remember what I did here. I think I made that like a really dark blue. This is a fairly light blue. Like a Connect kind of blue. And then this is just pure white, wasn't it? Alright, we'll try and make the Connect livery again. So if we go ahead and try and replicate what we did. This is the suit, isn't it? Yeah. We'll have that. This is the fairly light blue, and then this is just the pure white. make sure we select that as well, and we'll just go ahead and see if we can quickly customize this helmet as well. Just a touch darker. Again, if anyone is open to just making me any custom liveries, I'll muchly appreciate that, and if you do, then obviously we will use that, and I'll obviously give you shout outs and things like that. I really like this one where you hold your flag up. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know really. For our wins, we might just do the woo one, you know, the woo one, until we get, you know, some decent wins,
boss,
and then we
let's
could
get this team up and running.
Change it.
The first thing we need to do is register a team name and bring in some important partners.
Okay.
First, enter a team name.
So we'll probably just call it the same, like Stepford Racing or something like that. Stepford Racing.
Now let's choose a primary sponsor for this season. Some sponsors offer a larger sign-in bonus up front. Some offer more weekly income. The better we perform, the more our level will go up as the team gains more acclaim. Doing this will increase the income from our sponsors.
Now we don't really have much to choose from, and I'm probably just going to go with the standard one, which is finish 10th or better in the Constructors Championship, because I think we can do that.
Our chassis won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit, so let's sign one of those now. Obviously, the greater the performance and durability, the better. But be careful about spending all our cash. We're going to have people and facilities to invest in as well. Power unit suppliers will also provide upgrades throughout the season free of charge.
I think the best one, honestly, we can get started off with is probably Red Bull, so I might just go with that.
It's a second driver. Let's sign a teammate. Here are the drivers interested in joining our team. Look at their stats and pick someone you think can get us good results, as long as we can afford them. We renew contracts periodically, so you'll have plenty of chances to sign someone else should the need arise.
So we can't get Liam Lawson because we don't have $1 million left, so really only leaves us with a few with Jack Doohan, Dennis Hauger, Yuri Vips, and some others. 63 rating with 80 focus. Jack is 67 with 80. Again, 67 with 74. 33 experience. What's Jack's? 35. I think Jack... The thing is, I signed Jack last time when we did the simulating one, and we just got rid of him because I wanted to get someone from the... I got someone from the Breaking Point thing, so I might just get him again, give him another shout.
Go ahead and confirm if you're happy.
I'm happy with that.
The livery we'll be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the car as we sign them throughout the year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ.
Why have they put in the Audi like livery? But yeah, we'll probably go with the same marine thing and just try and change the colour slightly. So once again, we'll make this like the very dark blue. Well, that's actually, I made that really dark, and that actually really made a big difference. And make sure we get the slight connect thing, and then we'll make this white. Make sure that we change these to matte as well. We don't really want it metallic, do we? This is a gloss. Well, actually, if we turn all of these to metallic, what does that look like? Actually looks quite nice, to be fair. I'll go with that. Personal stickers. Probably just this one. Doesn't really matter, does it?
Last but not least, we need to consider our brand, our badge, and team colours.
Okay. So we won't have any background because no one needs background. And what was this one here? That's team colours. Okay. Now there is one that just has S. So I might just customize that when I see it. It's probably at the top somewhere, actually. Where is it? Here it is. So what style do we want? Probably that. And then if we customize the colors, like that. That's kind of like Connect colours, don't you think? And then if we copy livery colours, there we go. I think that's quite nice actually. The suit's pretty basic, but yeah, again, if anyone does want to make any like proper things, then do let me know.
Edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula One.
Oh yeah, let's go.
New year, new drivers, new team. Welcome and great to have you with us as we move far away from the paddock to the headquarters of the newest outfit on the Formula One grid. We've been granted exclusive access with an interview not just with the team owner or the star driver, but both. Because for the first time in modern F1 history, the team owner is behind the wheel themselves. Now is a great time to bring a new team.
Again, I
into the
forgot to
sport,
turn on
particularly
subtitles.
off the back of such compelling competition last year. 2022 saw huge regulation changes, and it was Red Bull who came out on top in the development race. But that was last year. This year could be a very different story. Let me tell you, this facility is an absolute hive of activity, and there is a palpable sense of excitement around the car they've built. Quietly, they truly believe they can challenge at the top, and they've had the time now to craft a hugely competitive race car. But theory is one thing, and taking on the brightest lights in motorsport is quite another. So how does the owner of F1's 11th team feel as they prepare to be thrust into the limelight of the F1 circus? New driver lineups, Qatar returns, Las Vegas debuts, and the engineering race continues to push the sport and the drivers to new heights. What are they aiming for? Most excited about? Most nervous for? Well, soon we will meet them to find out. But first, let's take a look at the brand new car.
I still love this cutscene. I will still say
so much
that
for having us. Great to
they
see you
made
here.
that
And we'll
cutscene
start
better
with
than
the
any
question
F1 car
everyone is
launch we've
asking.
seen.
It's been a long time since we've seen a team owner drive their own car, and a lot's changed since then. The sport has really evolved. So how are you going to manage the responsibility of doing both roles?
Where's my joystick? Here it is. Probably the one on the right.
And tell me about your teammate. They're clearly very excited to have signed with you. What do they bring to the team?
Just seeing what they can do on paper. I see a lot of potential.
So tell me about the work on the car. It's clearly a blank canvas. You've done a lot. What have you prioritised?
Probably maximising traction.
Now, there's no getting away from the fact that your competitors have a huge amount of Formula One experience. You are a total newcomer. Tell us where you see the opportunities to make those vital performance gains.
Probably making the fuel as low as possible.
Now, ultimately, your success this season will be determined by whether you can take positions from other drivers. Where do you believe this car has the edge?
Probably making sure that we have an incredibly light car.
And with so many disciplines and experts working so closely together here at your HQ, who gets the coveted Teacher's Gold Star? Who are you most proud of as the first race edges ever closer?
Probably the aerodynamics, to be honest. Give them a bit of a boost.
Well, I could talk to you all day. Thank you so much for your time, but I better let you get back to work. There's plenty more still to do. All the very best for your inaugural F1 season.
I'm just like, yep. Just let me go, please. Just like not interested at all. Right, there we go. Hello features, thank you. Right, driver camp training. Basically all I do, pre-season merchandise sale, and that's about it. Should we do that, or should we do something else? Nah, that one's way better. Right. In terms of other things, what are we looking like on the facilities? So we've got Spec 1 and Aerodynamics. Probably not the one I wanted, to be honest. Oh yeah, because I gave him the gold star, didn't I? I think we have one of weight reduction on that one. Might see if we can grab this one as well. Do we get weight distribute? No. Weight reduction is much what needs to be prioritised more, I feel. And that's it. We've already spent all of our R&D points, so we can't really get anything else. So we can't really change anything else, really. The only thing we've got is just to advance and go to our first Grand Prix. We can't really do anything else. There we go. Away we go. I just hope that I have got the settings set correctly. Right. Well, there's actually more, is there? Okay, oh, they're the other ones. Okay, we don't have a rivalry. I probably won't have one for a while being, to be honest. I think we're all good, basically, so let's go ahead. I might do, like, 1 or 2 laps, like, in practice, just to get a feel for the car. But then we'll retire and then just go straight to qualifying.
Mark here. Just want to say once again, thanks so much for making me part of this team. There's a huge number of talented people as I look around this garage, and I cannot wait to see what we can all accomplish together, including you. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts right here.
Alright, cool. Don't need this. Session setup. Obviously I do have a setup for my car. It's an alright one. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it does feel really nice for the car. 36, 35 wings, 56, 54, 2.5, 1.0, and then a little bit of the rear toe in, but not too much. Suspension 15, 10, 9, 1, 37, 40. 100. Right. The brakes are very different this year. When I had this on the same as before, I was sliding out like mad. Like on the rear. So make sure you do check, or you do change your front brake bias, because it really does affect the car. And I found that 50, around like 60 and 55 is where it should be. But yeah, that's that. Tires 22.9, I think. I accidentally just changed that, so I might just reload the setup just to make sure. 22.6, 20.2, and 20.2 on the rears. So yeah, it's not a bad setup at all. I'll just make sure to load it up again. And in terms of fuel, I'll probably just put on maybe 5 laps. We'll do like 3. We'll go out, 1 time lap, recharge, 1 time lap, come in, I think. Yeah, that should basically be everything. Before we start though, and I just want to make sure that I do... the camera customization. I haven't even changed that. I need to do that. Yeah, let me turn on... where is it? Play audio in games in background. No, I don't want that. Where's subtitles? There should be like a subtitles for like the thing. For like the cutscenes. Where is it? It's in accessibility probably? Ah, there we go. Right, let me just quickly grab my camera customization as well. I don't know where it's stored. It's stored somewhere on my phone. Give me a second. I think I saved it in my notes somewhere. Right, so it is TV pod offset because it usually is. I know that. Just trying to find where the settings are. F1. Oh, here we go. Right, so minus 20. Minus 12 to get it in the middle. 0, 0. Minus 11. 20. Just to make sure that we don't get that thing at the back. Is this actually in the middle? Maybe it's minus 13. 20. And then making sure camera shake is off because we don't want any of that. That is literally the worst thing. Right. That is that then. They are the settings that I use. So I think without any further ado, let's get going. So we'll drive out.
Let's get a few laps under our belt.
And we'll make sure. So obviously change the camera as well because usually I just drive in cockpit, like in my Ferrari mode. I don't know why. So making sure we select that. Actually, now I do see that the middle thing is kind of off. If I go back to camera customization real quickly, I'll just make sure that I switch that back. There we go. Much better. I might as well change my... Or change some things on my OSD as well. So... I think that's my... I think I'll put that all the way up there probably. And then I just want to change this real quickly and just move this up slightly. Just so it's just like on there probably. There we go. And it didn't save at all. Interesting. Why did that not save? Wait, it did save. What? Okay, I don't know why that's like that. In that case then, I mean, I'm not really too concerned about the rev limiter. It's mainly the rear view mirror that I don't like. Let me see if I can turn that off. I don't know what it's under. Is it under... It's not under career. It'll be under like camera or something, I think. Oh wait, it's not on that. Wait, OSD. It should be on here. Virtual rear view mirror off. Okay, there we go. Okay, my brake isn't working. There we go. Now my brake's working. I can already feel the car does not have that much downforce. I put a lot on it. Maybe it's just coming out the pits, probably.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature.
Oh gosh.
You'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Do that. Well, the car feels alright. Power is going to be tricky to try and work with, but I think it's alright. Not a very good start, to be honest, even though we have put a lap in quicker than Leclerc. Right, we'll recharge a little bit. So it's just gone quicker. We're in a 1:33, so we're going to have to improve by nearly a second, I think. Right, we'll try again. Turn one. All up to the front left, I think. Not good. Don't really want to be running wide there too many times, because if we do in the race, then we'll start getting time penalties. And that is not what we need. I think I might just pit this lap.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
It was looking like an okay lap before that mistake. So return to garage. I'm going to turn my fan on. And I will retire from the session. Let's see if my let's see where that first lap
session has drawn
puts me.
to a
Probably
close,
last.
so let's review our top three.
No, not
Verstappen,
last, but
Perez and George Russell.
it's not
Sadly,
too
it's
bad,
time
I
to
don't
say
think. Again, I probably do need to do a little bit, just a tiny bit more, you know, tweaking with AI. But I think roughly we're pretty much there. So we'll go ahead and quick practice these. Obviously, want to make sure that I get these R&D resource points to help us upgrade the car. Very important. Okay. Let's see if we can get this final bit of resource points on this one. Good start. Oh, come on, game. Right, we'll just see if we can just get this resource points one then. The chances of that. Imagine if we just did that, honestly. Sometimes I hate doing the quick practice, but sometimes you love it. It's just one of those things. Again, still probably nothing that we can do, so we'll do a short qualifying. Right, I'm okay with my setup. We'll take up, we'll take out some fuel and we'll go out straight away. I think I'll just do a flying lap. But yeah, it didn't really feel like the car had that much downforce, but I think I can live with it. Not what I needed. We have flashbacks enabled. regular corner cut, and we probably could have got away with that. .132 probably. Still areas of some improvement, but I don't know by how much. Probably like a few tenths or so, but apart from that, I don't really think you could have done that a bit better. I think that was good to say it was our first lap, but obviously the grip will improve.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
I mean, we are expected to be in the bottom 5 anyway, so I think P9, I should be happy with that. But that is only going to go down as the faster drivers then start to set a lap up. We'll return to garage right now. And we'll see where we end up. So we're currently P9 still. 132. We're about 2 seconds off Carlos Sainz at the moment, which kind of expected, to be honest. I think our teammate's still out on a lap. We're right on board with them. Yeah, I feel like he's struggling slightly as well with the car. He is on a flying lap. He's not on like an in-lap or out-lap. I mean, maybe that's just AI driving that I'm not used to, but across the line, P11. He's actually gone quicker than me by a whole 3/10-ish. Not having that. Right, well obviously we'll accelerate to the end of the session and do one more lap. Always good to, if you can save a set of softs, which I don't really do at all, but we'll try at least. Right, to set the grid for tomorrow's race, final lap. Gotta be a good one. Second up on our Delta. That's a pretty good lap. P8. Or P9, I think. P9. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. The car actually felt okay on that final lap. I did say there was going to be more grip.
It's time to remind ourselves once again of our top 3. Perez, Sainz and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow.
Well, Max starting P9. Not an ideal qualifying session for him, is that? But yeah, I think the AI is okay. Maybe it could be lifted by 1, maybe. We'll try it. I just think P9 was a good lap. Like, as I said, you know, the car did feel amazing, but again, other tracks might prove not to be, and there's no guarantee we'll have that feel for the car in the race, so... But, you know, we'll up it to 96 and we'll just see what happens. If we get absolutely swallowed in the race, then so be it. But that lap did feel really good. I could tell from, like, after I went through turn 8, I was like, yeah, the car's feeling nice. Like, I was looking on my Delta, I think I was like 4 tenths up, like out of turn 3, and I was just like, wow. Or turn 4.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, and a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking down
Very
the rest
happy,
of the
you
grid,
say?
we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell, Norris, Gasly, the rookie, Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Ocon, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Sargent, Joe, Doohan, Magnussen, De Vries, Magnussen. And now it's time to head down to the track.
I don't think Magnus is in 2nd place. I think it's Tsunoda.
Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Alright, mediums to hards. That does seem like the obvious strategy, to be fair. Yeah, I don't really think there's much to say. Let's just go out and have some fun. Bad reaction time, but alright start, because the AI are bad at starts on this year's game, which is really good for me. Because even if I do have a bad reaction start like that, I can always make up some positions. Also having a look on our outside. Maybe have a go at the 2-time champ. I don't think we can with Russell on our inside. Gonna give him some space. It's turn 8. He's still there. We're gonna give him some space on the inside. We just get ahead for the time being. Be very stupid if he goes for a dive bomb into turn 10. But will he get us going into turn 11? I don't think so. I'm just gonna defend the inside just in case. I'm just going to turn on my rear view mirror now because I think it should be alright. I forgot where it was. There it is. Because apparently in the race your OSD is fine. I I don't get why. But yeah, he's going to now make a move on the inside. Obviously, with a My Team car, it's kind of tricky to try and fight it back. Like even the switchback was, it's going to be impossible. There goes Alonso as well. Might just see if we can get a handy slipstream though. Alonso's going to try it on Russell as well.
Come on, you can win that place back.
Oh, they made contact.
Use your overtake button for more power. We need to push.
Just waiting until one of them makes a mistake. Not go that wide. Don't really want to be held up by Hulkenberg though, so they might fight again, they might not. I'm just going to try and stay with them. Keep within Alonso's DRS range if I can. They're both on softs, so there will be a time when their tyres are worse than mine. At the moment they are on the faster tyres, which is going to be quite tricky to try and stay with them, but we just keep consistent, keep concentrated, then we might just be able to keep with them. You can just see down the straight, out of the corners, they have so much grip compared to us. You can just about stay with them down the straights, but it's their power through the corner that we can't match.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Now Hulkenberg is going to try and fight us. I think we should have a bit more chance of actually fighting Hulkenberg rather than the Mercedes and Aston Martin. But you never know. Trying to keep our ground. Sorry about that. I couldn't race because I felt a sneeze coming and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to sneeze. It was like coming into a corner as well, I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I think we might as well say goodbye to P8 now. I think Alonso's really put that gap. I mean, we were too busy fighting with Hulkenberg, so... I mean, I don't mind about where I finish, in all honesty. I just want to have good races. And like I said in the previous F1 game, see, your first season really isn't about getting points and stuff. It's really just surviving. So if we just have good races, then that'll be amazing.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.1 seconds.
Since when did the Haas have so much good, straight line speed? We can get the DRS this time around though. It's on the inside. Leave some room. Let's concede eventually because our car got a little bit out of shape. Can we do anything though between turn 10 and 11? Again, stupid trying to make a move into turn 10 unless you're a Fernando Alonso. Alonso pinching me slightly. Just going to keep our foot in there. Side by side into turn 12. actually better to be behind at this stage. Gasly having a look as well. He has to go onto the curb though, which gives us the advantage as we can just sweep around the outside.
Okay, you're in the dirty air of the car in front. Let's get past
Now
him.
try and get Hulkenberg. Always going to go defensive. Going to try and hang it around the outside. Come on. He made the outside work last time. Let's see if we can make it. Let's see if we can make it work. We do indeed. 5 seconds now, the gap between Alonso and me. This fighting is not doing anything good for my race, but I just want to have a good fight, as I said. If I'm losing time to the car in front, I don't care. I know that they're quick anyway, they're on softs. If I can fight with Hulkenberg, then I'll choose that option. Because, you know, what's the other option? Let him go past and just get passed by every single driver, or actually try and fight them? There's no way I'm going to be catching up to guys on softs until my tyres get fully degraded. So, you know, what is the best option?
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.9 seconds.
Bit of contact between me and Hulkenberg there. Hulkenberg had a little bit of a lock-up. I'm just going to see if we can stay with them. Hulkenberg really does not want to go back onto the racing line there if he's fighting someone, does he? Even us ourselves have to get our elbows out a little bit just to make sure that he stays behind us. If that's how Hulkenberg wants to fight, I'm completely fine with that.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.7 seconds.
Park the car. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that we place our car well. Halfway between defensive and the racing line.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 7.9 seconds.
That's why you don't want to run that curb. It feels like it traps your car in like a ditch of that curb. I think if that was real life, you would have gotten a bit of floor damage. Should have elected to go a bit more defensive a bit earlier on there. Try and make him go long way round and then park that car. I don't think we'll try it into here though. Because we were way too ahead for him to even, you know, realistically try it, but always be on your guard.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
You're managing to keep our ground through Sector 3 to try and keep him behind, so doing an alright job defensively, but yeah, just trying to keep this P9 for as long as we can. And the only real way we're going to lose it is if he tries to overcut or undercut us, because he's getting held up with us, so it is sort of destroying his race. So I think realistically the way he's going to pass me is if he tries to pit early, I think, and then gets a better lap, or the overcut, because as I said, he's being held up by us. If I pit earlier, he then has a clear track ahead of him. If he pits earlier, then he's going to have fresher tyres. No matter if he has, you know, traffic or what. I feel like I am destroying his tyres though, trying to
gap to the car in
keep him
front
busy.
is 11.3 seconds.
So will his tyre wear be able to hang on? Pit stop information.
Okay, one stop to go, just one stop left in this strategy. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time,
All
5
right.
laps.
5 laps to go then until we pit.
The car behind's gaining on you by 5/10 a lap.
Oh yeah, on that occasion there probably wasn't much we can do. Can we try something to turn 1? No, I'm going to back out of that one. I think he's sort of switched on his tyres now. Might be a bit tricky to try and catch up with him. We'll try though. It's us that will have DRS now, not him. I want to make sure that I get DRS for the straight, which we've gone through the detection point now. I'm not really sure we need to use overtake. Inside for that corner, probably cut the corner a little bit, but we don't get any you know, any warnings from the FIA just yet. Power sliding a bit. Tyres are still holding on quite nicely, which is good.
Okay, gap ahead is 13.8 seconds.
Maybe think about advanced, you know, going, you know, staying out for a bit maybe. Or do we pit earlier to try and prevent the overcut maybe?
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Gonna try and keep our foot in there a little bit. And we still have DRS. Joe's going to have a go on Hulkenberg now as well. Can we use this time to try and get a bit of a move on? While they're fighting, we're going to try and push a little bit. Pull away. Which we do indeed. Can't let up though, we need to keep going. Bit of a screen freeze there a little bit. Surf runners are starting to pit. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to, you know, stay ahead of Hulkenberg.
Hamilton is stopping now. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
I think our pit is next lap. I'm sort of on the edge of pushing and being conservative. Because obviously I want to try and keep ahead of Hulkenberg, and I want to try and do that by, you know, trying to, you know, improve that gap. But
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
yeah, we're pitting now. Not be held up by Leclerc. turn has been quite nice to us. Yeah, I'm probably going to let Leclerc go there. I'm not going to really fight that one. Right, I think I'm going to box to try and get onto those new tyres. I pulled off from Hulkenberg, so I don't think he can realistically do the overcut anymore. I'd have to try and push, so...
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
Oh, I think Hulkenberg's span. Could we have timed this? Not Hulkenberg, I think it was Joe actually.
Okay, there seems to have been a problem attaching the right front wheel. We need to try and put that
I
behind us
needed.
though and finish the race strong.
Hulkenberg's there as well.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Right, well, Hulkenberg's fighting with Stroll. We're going to try and use that time to make some gains, but I don't know how we're going to do that with cold tyres. But yeah, Hulkenberg saw that we pitted, thinks, you know what, I'm going to come in as well. Hope that you have a bad stop, which we did, because our team didn't know how to attach a front right tyre for some reason. It's close, but again, he's fighting with Stroll, I'm not. And I'm trying to push and try and get away with him, but kind of tricky if he's going to have DRS, which he is.
Jack's coming in for his stop now.
Right, go on, Stroll, fight him. I'm pretty good in the second sector anyway, so should be able to pull away. But he's right behind me. That DRS really works for him, doesn't it? That pit stop has cost us a bit of time. I don't know what happened to Zhou though. I'll have to look on the replay.
Our gap to the car in front is 17.9 seconds.
The game's starting to get some judders.
I've got information on Stroll. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Well, Hulkenberg's going to be happy with that. Gonna start defending from him again. Not what I really wanted to do, but... Oh, lock up. Force him wide a little bit. And now use this opportunity to pull away. Now he's fighting with Stroll, tactically forcing him off a little bit wide. Use this time to pull a gap. That's what we needed to do all along. force Hulkenberg to, you know, take evasive action. Give the opportunity to Stroll. And while he's taking business of that, we pull away. And the FIA think that's fine, because again, I didn't get a penalty or anything. Annoying though, Hulkenberg has now got no one behind him, so he's now gonna try and push. They're still trying, but I don't know how much this gap is gonna be. Looks like Stroll and Sargent are fighting between those two, but we'll see.
Car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
I don't think that's entirely true, Mark, but thank you.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 19.7 seconds.
I think 96 is probably my AI level. Because I haven't learned all of the tricks in the trade yet to get faster, which I probably have on F122, but you know, from my league. I know basic things like trail braking a little bit and
Let's use overtake.
trying to use the
burn off some of
throttle
this energy.
more on turn-in rather than always relying on the steering. Laps to go. Hulkenberg's closed in by about 2 lengths, which I'm not too happy about. Thing is, we can't really force him wide anymore because there's no one behind him. So we're gonna have to try and pull this gap all by ourselves.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 19.3 seconds.
Yeah, no chance. I don't need to use overtake on that. That's kind of them depleting my overtake for the main straight that I could utilize it from.
Increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap.
Okay, the brakes didn't really feel good just then. Mid-corner screen freezes are the worst. Seems like my steering trick is working. I haven't really been doing the steering thing that I was telling you about. You know, using the throttle more to turn. I was mainly just chilling out and having a fun race. But as you can see, you know, I'm pulling a few tenths to Hulkenberg every lap just by, you know, sorting out my steering. You know, normally you would be cranking the lock on here, you know, going full lock to the right. Try and get through turn one. I'm not even doing half of that, and
that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Still making it, sort of. It's tricky on some corners to get used to, but you know, if you just use that steering really to your advantage, it's easier to do it on F123 than F122. I will admit that. because you know the traction has been sorted out. But you can see, I mean, it's not really helpful that corner, but yeah. If we take this next corner, for example, Perez is out. That's going to give us PA, actually. But just watch. Drop down 3, go about 45 degrees to the left, working that throttle, and I still make it. Again, here, you know,
Okay, keep an
drop
eye on
down,
that gap ahead,
45,
please.
maybe a bit more.
20.1 seconds.
Use that throttle, and you get through. It's not easy doing it while you're talking, so...
Caution, caution. Someone's come off ahead of you.
Just watch my
There's a
steering and
yellow flag
throttle
ahead.
and you'll see. Yeah, PA that's giving us. Perez had the fastest lap as well.
Okay, clear.
I suppose we haven't had any like red flags or anything just yet. So I don't really want to jinx it.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing. We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Three laps to go. Still in P8, points playing position. Hello Zillow as well, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Oh, getting a bit of a lock-up.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I'm
now.
running 96 AI, I think. And the reason why I can drive non-4 minimap is because you don't need to look at that, do you? It's just there just to have a nice visual representation of who's behind you and who isn't. Like the drops in frames. Can we sort ourselves up, please, game?
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 20.6 seconds. Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
You could easily do a 105 at Bahrain. I mean, this is my first race, so I have no idea what I could probably do. Especially with this car as well.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Plus, my setup is very basic as well. I wouldn't say it's the, most ultimate race setup, but it's pretty good. Thanks for letting me know, Zillow. I do have the fuel light. You are absolutely correct. I didn't even realise that. This is gonna be tricky. Hulkenberg's there. No! Push me! Come on, P10, P10. Just got P10.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Well, points on debut still. Have you moved your OSD up? Mine was refusing to move yesterday.
So
Right, it only works in
excellent
race
win
mode for some
Ferrari.
reason. I don't know why.
And talk to me.
I don't know
What
why
do
it
you think
does
it
that.
was that sealed the win for them?
Well, they certainly stood
But
out
yeah,
as
if
a
you move
driver
your
with
OSD
tons of
up, it'll
confidence on the
only
track.
show in
I
the
think their
race, which I
ability
don't
to
see
keep
why
their
it's like
cool,
that.
even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the
Yeah, I
opportunity
race
to make
with
their
all
way to
assists
the
off
top
apart
spot with
from
ease.
racing line on corners only. That I don't run any assists.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by
Embarrassment for
Ferrari.
Features
Their
Racing
history
Team.
is well known, so it's no surprise.
It's actually
for
called
fans
Stepford
the
Racing
world over
because
to see them come out
you know
on
what
top
my channel's
once
like,
again.
so why not? Right, always put in a bit more fuel then, because apparently the fuel isn't like the normal F1 cars. I didn't even think of that. How are you finding anti-lock off this year? It's not too bad, actually.
So let's see what effect this result has had on the driver's standings. Carlos Sainz manages to take control of the championship, securing the top spot with today's points. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world.
He was
got
definitely
P5.
my
driver of choice.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table.
Apparently the FIA thought that my
and elated with this
move
weekend
with
of Formula One.
Hulkenberg
So
was
be sure
alright.
to join us for the next one.
Hello Chibbit as well, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, didn't have the best of starts. But because of how bad the AI are at starts, still managed to make up a few positions. Well, one. Go around the outside of Russell there as well. And then Russell gets past me there. I hold it around the outside. Still there on the outside. Again, just trying to make sure that I leave him space, and he does the same. Got quite close to touch in there. I think it was there. Again, just try and keep it around the outside. Get the traction, and yeah, away we go. Yeah, me too, Zilla. They are actually quite nice to actually race with. Sometimes, you know, they do give you a barge or two, but that's racing, isn't it? So, yeah. I actually really enjoy the AI this year. They actually make way for you if you try a good dive bomb, and they don't just cut you off. You might see a few examples in this highlights package, actually. I think this is probably one of them, I think. Or did I elect to go onto the... No, I elected to go onto the inside. I mean, probably the AI will leave you space there anyway. I know that there's definitely a few... Oh, that's going to be the end of the highlights package. Are you serious? There was probably one here, so he gets past me. And then usually at that point... Usually, if you're making a move from here... No matter how good you go, they will always cut it onto that curb. Even if you're like alongside them from here on F122. But on F123, they see you, make way. And I did force him wide there because tactics. But yeah. I also wanted to see what happened with Zhou before I went into the pits. So what actually happened with him then? So he did spin then. Oh dear. I'm surprised that wasn't a safety car. I'm really surprised he didn't even cause a safety car there, or even a VSC. He just stood there on the racing line. What I probably would have done in that moment is, if I knew that they were going to go ahead and go onto the inside, I would have gone forward onto that tarmac on the right. And then, like, waited until I slowly saw a gap to go back on, but yeah. Not a bad race, I don't think. But yeah, I could probably move it up, maybe. The AI. And even with a better setup as well, I could probably get even more. Right, we get that weight reduction as well, which is good. Try and grab that, or grab that as well. Probably we'll do a sponsor event as well. Right, I'll get quality control on chassis, because I really want to get these upgrades. Weight redistribution. Grab that. Yeah, we'll get a bit of a front downforce as well and rear. So we can get double gearbox. Actually, yeah, the gearboxes wear out quite quickly on this game, so we'll grab that as well. Speaking of engine compartments, you know, our gearbox is, you know, 27%. And, you know, our ICE is on 24 as well. I might also get some of these as well, some of the driver perks, so we'll grab that, and then we can't get any others. But yeah, that's that. We'll go to this. We'll increase their
You handled that well. Thank you.
What is our teammate on, by the way? Let's just see their stats. They're on 71 racing now and 82 focus. Which is good.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Like everyone as well, I don't really do the Pirelli hot laps and I just get into the race, but yeah, that'll be next time. Again, I really don't know if you can hear me right now, but yeah. It'll be Saudi next time. I don't know when that'll be. Probably tomorrow if I decide to do this, but yeah. For now, I'd like to thank you all for watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow if you did enjoy it for more, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, take care and peace out.